Before coming to UCC, have you always did you aspire to become the speaker of UCC Parliament? How was it, or was it just as a blue borrowing your words, as you just said, it came when you took one of the leadership roles back in school? Was it something you planned for, or it came as from the blue?
Um, for my leadership journey, I necessarily haven't planned for any of what I have held in the past. It's more like you preparing yourself for something great, and then it meets you along the line. So, an example is the SHS I went to. I wasn't someone who was aiming for school professorship. No, I was just trying to be the best in my class and then develop myself. Then going forward, I realized that there is something we need to change in the school. You
Okay.
don't need to always caution people to do what is right. You don't necessarily need to tell people do this before they do them. But then we are all humans. A little bit of motivation and encouragement can get you there. So thinking through, I realized that going to them as a regular student won't do good. But then attaining leadership will be able to, or will give you the opportunity to speak to them. And by virtue of that, you'll be able to get a lot of people who will listen to you. And I believe it helped me so much.
Wow. Um, Moving on, could you briefly let us know the course you are studying in school? I'm sure you might have um, said it, but what course are you studying and what are some of the job opportunities we can get from it? Briefly explain that for us.
BSc Economics with Finance. Outside, they call it Financial Economics. It's a great course. I think during my batch, we were the second people doing it in the University of Cape Coast. It's actually a new course that has been introduced. If you go to some
Okay.
aspects of Ghana, or maybe I can confidently say it is only UCC that is offering that course.
BC,
BSc
BSc
Economics
Economics
with
with
Finance.
Finance.
Yes.
Okay.
I think in Legon they do BE Economics and Finance.
Okay. And meaning these two courses,
Exactly.
but you are doing it as one.
As one combined. And the most interesting part is, in as much as you are doing economics and finance combined, you are taught some level of data analysis tools attached to it. So you go to Starter, you go to SPSS, you somehow go to Python and other stuff. So before you finish, I think you should be able to get enough skills to be a consultant. You can also be a researcher because the skills you gain from these methods you use will be relevant in your research courses, and you can be a research data analytics. So it's the job, the job,
The
the
opportunities to it
opportunities to it are
are a lot.
quite a lot.
You being the immediate former Speaker of UCC Parliament, what did you do and what was your job entails?
I would say before I became the speaker, there was no constitution that instituted parliament. But then during my time, you had a constitution that validated the operations of parliament. So being the first house, I mean a first board, but then the continuation of a 21st board of the school, there were things we needed to put in place, some structures we needed to have, especially when it comes to data. Because going forward, we have people coming after us who would need all of these things to be able to know the operations of the house. We're able to digitally find a way to save data for honorable members who would come after us, for leadership who would have to assume positions when we are not there, and then helping ourselves with some of the rudiments of parliament and creating connections with other houses outside campus for them to be able to deliberate on certain parliamentary rudiments and learn from each other.
I see.